You know that feeling, right? You're just sitting on the couch, minding your own business, and you feel it. You feel eyes on you. And you look over, and yep, there's your dog, just staring, unblinking. We have all been there. And today, we're going to get into the incredible science behind what's really happening in that moment.
So what are they actually doing? It seems like such a simple question, doesn't it? But trust me, the answer is going to completely change the way you look at your dog. Because what's happening isn't just a cute habit, it's this amazing biological event that took thousands and thousands of years to perfect.
Yeah, of course, the first thing we all think is, okay, what do you want? They want a snack, they want to go outside, they want a good scratch behind the ears. That's the obvious stuff, right? That's what we all jump to. And look, sometimes it is about a treat, but that's not the whole story. It's not even close. What's really going on is so much deeper, way more complex, and honestly, it's just so much cooler.
Okay, let's get right into it, because to understand the stare, we have to start with chemistry. That look your dog gives you, it's literally sparking a chemical reaction inside both of your brains.
So back in 2015, researchers in Japan at Azabu University published this huge study. And they published it in Science, which is, one of the biggest scientific journals on the planet. They brought in 30 dogs and their owners, and they started measuring a very specific hormone while they interacted.
And that hormone, it was oxytocin. You've probably heard of it. It gets called the bonding hormone, sometimes the love hormone. And to give you some perspective on how powerful this stuff is, it is the exact same chemical that floods a new mother's brain when she's gazing at her baby. It's basically the feeling of connection in chemical form.
So here's what the researchers found, and it is just incredible. When your dog stares into your eyes, their oxytocin levels shoot up. But get this, that causes your oxytocin levels to shoot up too. And all those good feelings make your dog want to stare at you even more, which makes you release more oxytocin. You see where this is going? It's this amazing, self-reinforcing loop of pure chemical affection.
Now here is the kicker. To see how special this was, the researchers did the same exact test, but with wolves that have been raised by humans. And you know what happened? Nothing. Zip, nada. The oxytocin loop did not activate. This chemical bond, this thing that starts with just a look, is something that our dogs share only with us.
But that incredible chemistry is only part of the puzzle. The stare isn't just about feeling good. It's also your dog's way of gathering really important information. They're literally looking to you to help them figure out the world. To really get this, check out this super clever experiment from the University of Milan. Researchers put this kind of weird object in a room. It was a fan, and it had green streamers flying all over it. Then they brought in 75 dogs one by one just to see how they'd react to this strange thing. And the result was stunningly consistent. A massive 83% of the dogs did the exact same thing. They'd look at the weird new fan, and then they'd immediately whip their head around to look right at their owner's face. Scientists have a name for this. It's called referential looking. And what it means is that when your dog is in a new or confusing situation, they look to you as their trusted translator. They are reading your face for clues. They're asking, hey, is this thing okay? Should I be scared? How should I feel right now? You're their emotional roadmap.
So, we have the chemistry, and we have the psychology. But where did this all come from? I mean, this isn't something dogs just picked up last week. This is a behavior that was written right into their DNA over an epic evolutionary timescale. So let's rewind the clock. Way back, about 15,000 years ago, a few brave wolves started hanging around human campsites. And over thousands and thousands of years, living with us literally changed them, right down to their genes.
In fact, this isn't just a theory. Researchers at Princeton have actually pinpointed 2 specific genes that dogs have but wolves don't. And what do these genes control? They give dogs this incredibly strong, almost compulsive need to connect with people. So that desire to look at you, it's literally hardwired into them.
So you see, when you put all the pieces together, you've got the chemistry, the psychology, and this deep, deep evolutionary history. That simple stare from across the room completely transforms into something way more meaningful.
So when your dog is staring at you, they're saying 3 really profound things all at once. They're saying, hey, let's fire up that oxytocin loop that only we have. They're saying, you're my guide, tell me how to feel about what's going on. And they're saying, I just can't help it. My very genes tell me to connect with you.
This goes so far beyond just wanting a treat or being needy. It is an active, complex, incredibly social behavior that's at the very core of what makes a dog a dog.
So the next time you're just sitting there and you catch your dog staring at you, I really want you to remember this. That look isn't empty. It's not passive. That stare is the absolute highest compliment that the science of animal cognition can give us. It is an act of love, of trust, and of a connection that's been 15,000 years in the making.